Well, welcome everyone to your community partner, Lehigh Valley Health Network does it again. You're going to enjoy this show today. We're going to do a lot of things, or we're going to say a lot of things that we should be doing. But before I go into the show, I want to let you know that we're very happy to have as our media partner now, the Republican Herald. And the month of December, you could watch all of, or listen, read all of the letter to the editor from Santa. And remember, shop local. So we're very happy to have them as our media partner. Your community partner talking about what Schuylkill, Lehigh Valley Hospital Schuylkill has been doing, and as well as all of the network. They continue to bring great information to you in keeping your health the way it should be. Today we're at the Lehigh Valley Health Network Sports Performance Center at Schuylkill Haven in the area school district, which is a fabulous place. Joining me today, a good friend of mine, known of many years, Mike Peckman. Mike is the Director of Marketing and Public Affairs at Lehigh Valley Hospital Schuylkill. The program that we're doing here, your Community Partner Show, it's an opportunity, I think, to inform the public of how things are going in the health network. And give me your input on that, Mike.
We're excited about it. Lehigh Valley Health Network, and in particular for this show, Lehigh Valley Hospital Schuylkill, we are a partner with the community. Case in point where we are today here at the Sports Performance Center. This facility opened in August, and you're going to learn more about it later on. But it's a magnificent facility. It's already had a great impact for the students in the Schuylkill Haven School District, and also for the greater community, residents of Schuylkill Haven, but beyond. We're excited about the partnership we have with the Schuylkill Haven School District, and we're very proud of what they've done to create this magnificent facility. It's a gem.
You talk about the years that we've known each other, okay? And since I've been doing this show, and Tammy provides me the information, I have seen such a progress, okay? I mean, you sitting where you sit every day in it, okay? Have you seen how the network has grown in helping so many thousands of people, Lehigh Valley Health Network?
It has. The growth, Sam, has been absolutely tremendous. LVHN, came into the community with the merger of the former Schuylkill Health System in September of 2016. So it's been a little over 6 years, and already the network, LVHN, has invested more than $85 million in plant, property, equipment, and people. Friends caring for friends, neighbors caring for neighbors. This kind of growth in the community, really for the consumer of healthcare, it's a win. And I believe we're only just beginning with this.
It's amazing. I mean, it's amazing. There are some things that they're now being accepting in terms of plans. And let's talk about the Geisinger Health Plan and the other opportunities that we have.
Very recent, but it's many people have heard the exciting announcement that LVHN as a network now accepts Geisinger Health Plan. What this does, it brings better access to the residents of northeastern and central Pennsylvania. For many years, the Schuylkill Hospital did receive Geisinger Health Plan, but that access now is extended in-network provider, inpatient and outpatient services for Hazleton, Dixon City, Carbon County, Pocono, and then all the way down into the Lehigh Valley. What that provides is access to care and a continuum of care throughout the Lehigh Valley Health Network. Again, it's better access and better for the consumer, and we're really excited about that.
On this outline, it says update on the Rural Family Medicine Residency Program. Let's talk about that.
Sure. You've met the residents. You actually featured them on your show a few months ago. They are terrific. So we just started, it's the Walter and Irene Barron Schuylkill Family Medicine Residency Program. It's a full residency program, rural, for family medicine docs. We see a loss of a lot of our physicians getting older. Not you, not me, but a lot of our physicians in the community are aging, and this is a great opportunity to provide this rural family medicine residency program in a rural community, and hopefully attract them to either stay and practice in Schuylkill County or maybe in Hazleton or in Carbon County when they finish. We started our first 4 residents in the beginning of July. We're already recruiting for our next 4 residents. When our program is full, we'll have 12 family medicine residents. These doctors, they are physicians, they are terrific, they're energetic, they tend to be a little younger, and they're really putting some roots down in our community. They're not just practicing in our hospitals and in our clinics and medical practices, but they're getting involved in the community. Some of them have already bought homes in the community.
Is that right?
Very, very true. And so, come July, we'll have an additional 4 family medicine residents, bringing our total 8. And 1 year from now, we'll have an additional 4. So our hope is to kind of grow our own physicians.
And the ones I interviewed, they're still with us?
They are.
Yeah,
they will be here for another 2.5 years.
I found that show very interesting to see their outlook, and they were excited about what they're doing in the medicine and really get involved. They were really enthusiastic.
Absolutely, and I think there's some great opportunity for them, and even better, really what it's all about are our friends, our neighbors who live and work in Schuylkill County and throughout the region, that they'll have access to care and a provider, a practitioner, a physician to care for them. And very quickly, in the same realm of the family medicine program, it's not part of the outline, but our School of Nursing, the Joseph F. McCluskey School of Nursing at LVHN. I know you knew Judge McCluskey pretty well.
Yeah.
That school has been here since 1895, and we're seeing increased change and growth of the school. There's never been, I don't think, a better time to get involved in healthcare as a profession, and in particular nursing. And I think, over the next coming months and years, you're going to see some new growth and new energy in our School of Nursing, which has been educating and graduating nurses, for over 125 years, and has graduated more than 2,500 nurses so far.
Wow.
In its history. So it's those kinds of things are, they may not be game changers in the community, but they're certainly something that's really helpful for healthcare. We have a practice. Dr. Susan Cotter is an internal medicine, family medicine doctor in the market. And just recently, one of our OBGYNs, obstetrics and gynecology, Dr. Ashley Faden Costa, also began practicing in that facility at 6 South Greenview Road. It's a Schuylkill Haven address, but it looks and feels like Origsburg. You're driving right down 61 between Schuylkill Haven and Deer Lake, and it's a great facility. And Dr. Costa is now treating OB/GYN patients in that practice, and we expect that facility to grow more. Interesting for your viewers, and we are recording, it's late November, but in the middle of December, we are hosting an actual open house at that facility. So for those of your viewers who are watching the show prior to Christmas, on December 15th from 5:30 to 8 p.m., we're having an open house at 6 South Greenview Road. You can meet Dr. Costa, you can meet some of her other colleagues there. We're doing something a little different. We're going to have some holiday crafts. You can take a photo with Santa, you can bring your kids, you can have a cookie and hot chocolate.
Wow.
It's kind of a soft way to show that there's a new provider in that market to the residents of that area. It's informal, it's fun, it's kind of in keeping with the holiday spirit, and we certainly would love anyone to come. Check our website, lvhn.org/Schuylkill, or our Facebook page, Lehigh Valley Hospital Schuylkill, to learn more about that and other events.
And it's so nice to be informed. Before I go to break, I want to tell you, my friends, one of the things that I was, when I interviewed the residents, if you recall, Mike, one of the person, I said, what do you like most about this area? And she said, the people. Which
Absolutely true.
Which it's a tribute to all of us of caring. But thanks, it's nice seeing you.
You as well.
We were here at this Lehigh Valley Health Sports Performance Center in Schuylkill Haven. It's a beautiful place. Coming up next, Dr. Riddles. Welcome back to the Sam LaSange Show. We're doing the Lehigh Valley Health Network show. It's your community partner. That's what they are. But before we go and talk to Dr. Larry Riddles, I want to thank you for making the Sam LaSange Show the #1 talk show in Northeastern Pennsylvania, our scientific poll with Susquehanna Polling and Research, #1 polling company in the state of Pennsylvania. We're very happy to say that we appreciate your viewership and the nice, kind words you had to say about us. Now, we're here at the Lehigh Valley Health Network Sports Performance Center. It's a beautiful place. In fact, I'll be doing my laps after this. But now I'm going to talk to Dr. Larry Riddles, and Dr. Riddles is the Regional Chief Medical Officer. Nice to see you again.
Hey, Sam, well, thank you for letting me join you today.
Yeah, it's great.
Very nice.
My friend, Father Bross couldn't make it today.
Oh, my goodness.
He met him isn't it a small world?
It's a small world. I met him in Insular, Turkey many, many years ago. Yeah, as a young priest. Outstanding.
Yeah, he had a special event going on today. But listen, let's talk about your military career. You know, what did you do there?
Well, it spans about 35 years total. Actually,
you were in the service 35 years?
35 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I started, they helped put me through college on a flying scholarship. After that, I then went and actually trained and went then into medicine. I decided that's really where I was going to go. So I went to the Armed Forces Medical School with the 3rd class there back in the 80s and did that, and then subsequently did my residency training, fellowship training, and then was in the Air Force for quite a number of years. I met Father Brosk along the way, and had a good chance to do a number of things.
What was your most exciting thing that you were doing?
I think I had an opportunity to do a lot of what they call contingency work, hurricanes, tornadoes, tsunamis, all of those things. And I think some of that was some of the most demanding, but also I think some of the more exciting things to do.
Where are you from?
New York, Connecticut area originally,
Is that right?
and then been on the eastern seaboard here a bit. I have family here actually from Pennsylvania. My dad was born in Johnstown and then grew up in York, Pennsylvania. Yeah. So I'm familiar with the area. Yeah. Very nice.
It's a unique area, isn't it?
It is. I love it. Yeah, very nice.
In terms of, you know, what Lehigh Valley Health Network has in new surgeons, there's some people here that I'd like to talk about. Tell me about those.
Sure. Two of our newest additions to the Surgical Excellence Institute are Dr. Dan Bobrowski and Dr. Neil Fisher, both of whom have actually been in the community since the early 90s in private practice, and they had elected to come over and join us last year, and have done a great job. And both of them do a full if you will, scope of general surgery, intestinal surgery, gallbladders, colon, all of those, as well as Dan does some peripheral vascular work as well. They're also, both of them are well versed in minimally invasive surgery where we work through scopes and so forth.
Yes.
And so on, and have a very active practice there. And again, both of them also are wound care experts and also can help with issues with long-term wounds that need treatment and so forth.
Where are they located at?
They're located right here on Montauk. They're actually up at Tunnel Road. Is where their surgical clinic is up there. So,
and you mentioned another Dr. Pincholi.
Pincholi, yes, she is somebody who just joined us. She is a podiatric surgeon, specializes in ankle, foot, and again is a wound care expert. And actually, she's down on Montauk facility down here.
So that's her specialty.
Yes.
Now you mentioned that Fisher and Bobrowski.
They're general surgeons.
They're general surgeons. In terms of people who would like to make an appointment, they just call the...
A couple things. They could call our central appointment line, the 888-402-LVHN, or if they're in their primary care doctor's office, the primary care doctors can then put in consultation directly to them as well.
Now, Larry, I've seen throughout the years, I'm doing over 6,000 shows.
Sure.
I've seen a lot of things develop, and getting involved with Lehigh Valley Health Network, I just think it was a great opportunity because this health system is fantastic. What have you seen throughout the years with the network?
On the network, I've had the good fortune of being with them for now over 6 years. Kind of hard to believe. But what they do is, number one, they have a tremendous backfield, if you will, of experts and capability. And what they do in the communities, such as here in Pottsville and so forth, is trying to bring that forward to the community so that we can provide as much of that specialty care here. And then the platform we use here is the Pottsville, the Schuylkill Hospital to treat there. And then we can have specialists come up if needed, or we also use telemedicine heavily as
Big
well
time, yeah.
to be able to provide that so that we can keep the folks in the community for the care they need. And if they need very advanced care, we can then bring them down to our major medical center, Cedar Crest, down in Allentown, provide the care there, and then they can come back up here for follow-up. So the idea is to provide first level, advanced care as close to home as we can get it.
It's interesting, my friends, sometimes you go to a doctor, they give you your diagnosis and you say, well, I'd like to get a second opinion. Well, sometimes what you don't realize is that these doctors are getting second, third, and fourth, and fifth opinions because they're communicating with different doctors, right? Am I
Sure.
correct in saying that?
That's quite true. And it's never wrong to get a second opinion.
Absolutely,
If
yes.
you're not comfortable,
Yes, yeah.
we need to get you to the point that's comfortable. And so sometimes you do have to have a second or third opinion. That's okay.
Yeah, in dealing with so many doctors throughout the years, I've seen how they, if there's something, they're very precise,
Sure.
which I think is great. Well, it's nice seeing you again.
Well, it's always a pleasure.
Okay. What is your area here?
Okay,
The region?
I'm a regional chief medical officer, and what I do is I oversee Lehigh Valley Schuylkill Hospital here in Pottsville, and then also over in Carbon County at the Lehigh facility there, the new one that we have there. I'm also have responsibility for overseeing that as well.
Well, it must be an interesting job.
I love it.
Well, it's nice
Okay.
seeing you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, it's always a pleasure.
Yes,
and
sir.
good luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
We'll be back right after this. Well, welcome back to the Sam Lassant Show, folks. Your community partner, Lehigh Valley Health Network. We're here at the Lehigh Valley Health Network Sports Performance Center. It's just a beautiful place. Joining me now is Dr. Steve Evans and Mike Cerasoli. Dr. Evans is the sports medicine and family physician. Doctor, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Interesting. You're a faculty member of the rural residency program, right?
Right.
So tell me your involvement here. What exactly do you do?
So I am the sports medicine physician for Schuylkill Haven. If Mike has an athlete that's injured, needs to be seen, he'll usually give me a call and we'll get them seen. I'm here for pretty much all the football games and oversee them. If there's anything that happens on the field, we'll take care of it.
Some advice that you have in sports medicine, how do we keep ourselves safe? I mean, is it the training? And I guess Mike will tell me a little bit about that. In better physical condition, like me, I'm in perfect physical condition,
The training is paramount. I'm a big advocate of getting kids involved as early as possible. I have a son who plays youth football. He's played since he was 5 years old. Learning to tackle, learning how to fall the right way, all of that is very important. Yes, things get more physical as they get older, but when they have that background, they know when they're making a tackle, keeping their head up and not leading with their helmet. Because so many kids start at 11th grade and just the form isn't there, and these are the kids that get injured.
Now, you see, I would think differently, because when you're talking about smaller kids, I would think if they come across a bigger kid of their same age, they're in trouble.
When they're really small, they're really not moving fast enough to hurt each other.
Is that right?
It's learning the form, learning how to do this the correct way.
Well, that's interesting that you should say that.
I'm a big advocate of it.
Yeah. And Mike, your position, what specifically you do here?
So I'm the athletic trainer and the sports performance coach here at Schuylkill Haven High School.
Yeah.
And with that, it entitles, I do with like a lot of the initial injury revals and a lot of the rehabilitation stuff. If they get hurt, I do a lot of preventative stuff. That's what I do a lot with in the weight room over there. I do a lot of preventive, like working on strengthening, exercises, working on stability, balance, different things to help prevent getting injured. Kind of like Dr. Evans was just saying about, starting at a younger age sports. I try to get kids to do multiple activities, whether it's sports or different activities in the weight room.
As you get older, you don't move around as much as you should be moving around, right, doctor?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't know that because I'm not getting older. So in terms of, let's say I want to start getting a little bit more physical, okay, and you're maybe late 50s, 60s or whatever, okay, do you have any programs to get us started in that direction?
I would recommend, we have this nice track up here at the facility.
Yeah.
That's a great spot to get a good start, walk around a little bit, take advantage of the indoor facility, and moving is always a great thing to do, and yeah, it's important to keep doing that.
I mean, I talk to a lot of folks that are trying to get back into exercise or getting healthy. You know, start with something you can do, increase maybe 10% at the most every week.
Yeah.
And usually you're not going to have too many problems.
My wife's famous for, cleaning the home, cleaning the house, So I'm running the sweeper, I'm running this, I'm doing this, and that's the best exercise, and you're going all the time. She's right. I don't have to go to the gym. They rent this place out, right, Mike?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, there's been some events that Lehigh Valley Hospital Schuylkill has sponsored here, right?
Yes.
What are some of the events that they had here?
We had a speaker for the faculty here from Penn State, a linebacker from Penn State in the past came, and he spoke about coaching. We've had staff meetings. We had a wellness event hosted here for the faculty.
And we had the vet, you sponsored a vet breakfast there, I think.
Yes.
Mike was telling me. Keep up the good work. It was nice meeting you. And Mike, you keep going. I'm going to come down here and get me on a regiment program. You have to lose 10 pounds by the end of December. And if you don't do that, we're going to have to talk very seriously. You're watching your community partner brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network. My friends, I say this all the time. New people, new doctors, experience, the latest in technology. What else do you want? Lehigh Valley Health Network has it all. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.